on, guys? It's your boy Steve here, back in the over, guys, and today we are going to be doing the ShareFactory Studio Guide. It's basically a video slash photo editor for console, and you can get it for free if you have a PlayStation 5. Now I'm going to show you guys how this works, and we're going to make a little video on it. Alright. So I'm just saying right now, this video is going to be edited on ShareFactory Studio. Normally I edit all of my videos on ShareFactory Studio, so I'm quite familiar with this. Now there's a bunch of tabs up here. We've got the video editor, where basically you can make some videos. You've got the photo editor, where you can make memes or thumbnails for YouTube. There's the toolbox where you can import stuff from a USB, like sound effects and images, stuff like that. And there's also the store, where creator packs are going to be coming to this store soon. But right now, there's no creator packs that you can get from this. So today I'm going to be covering the video editor. So we'll make a little project in this here. So here we've got a new project, where basically we can create a new project. My project, it basically shows all the different projects I have. I haven't made too much projects because I haven't had my PS5 for too long now. We've also got my last project, where you can go into to see what your last project was on this application. And we've also got my gallery, so basically that just shows you all of your clips and on PS5. Right, so we're going to be going into new project, and we're going to be selecting a theme. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different themes here, and also you don't have to select a theme if you don't want to. For this video though, I'm just going to select the 80s synthwave theme, because it's a pretty cool theme. Now you can deselect these if you don't want them, and you can also select them if you want them. So I only want the intro and outro, I don't want the stinger clips here. And then I'm going to find the clip that I want to use in my video. So I want to use this Fall Guys clip right here. So I'm going to click X on it, and then it's going to select it. And then we can select multiple clips if we want. But I'm just going to select one clip and the outro and intro. So now let's press square, and that will basically start the project. So it says here we can rename our project, or we can just go straight into it. So if you want to, you can give it a cool name. I'm just gonna name this ShareFactory Guide. I would name it ShareFactory Studio Guide, but that's a bit too long, so we're just gonna name it ShareFactory Guide. Right, so now let's continue. So the first thing you want to know is how to go through this timeline at the bottom and view all your clips in that. So the ways you can go through different clips and your photos and that. Basically, you can use the D-pad for very specific movements. Like if you want to move frame by frame, you can use the D-pad for that. You can use the touchpad to just fly through it, just go extremely fast through it. Just view it very quickly. And you can use L1 and R1 to go through all the clips. So basically you can go to the start and finish of the clips just by pressing these two buttons here. We can also go into full screen for our clip if we press L2. And we can just play it normally if we press R2. I want to add a little fade transition into this here. So what I want to do is I want to press X, and then I'll go to add transition. So as you can see, we have add clip, add screenshot, add track 2, music, add overlay, add filter, layout, and transition. I want to go to the transition. So let's click on add transition, and now it will put you on the cinematic one. So basically we can add all these different transitions here. We've got stuff like car drift, desert, ocean waves, stuff like that. And there's also different transitions for different creator packs. So we are going to use the crossfade, and it's in the dissolves one. So in the Dissolves tab, you'll find the crossfade, which is what I want to use for this project here. So let's click on it. We can actually view it if we press R2, but let's press X to select it. And it's going to press confirm here. I don't really care. And now it's going to have a nice little fade at this part here. The intro and the outro is actually kind of loud, so I'm going to make it a bit more quiet, and I'm going to apply this to all here. There you go, so it's not as loud anymore. So now if there's a part in your gameplay where you're like AFK or that, or just a boring part in your gameplay and you want to know how to cut it out of your video, what you can do is you can press square and then you can go to trim clip. As you can see, we have a bunch of different options here. We can go to trim clip, and then basically we can trim this clip to where we start moving. So I started moving right at this part here. So right after the intro, I grab this guy's tail, and then I just come down here. And for the next like 30 seconds or so, I'm just trying to jump up on top of here. So I don't really want this part of my video. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to press square. I'm gonna press split clip, and then I'm gonna find the part where I want to split the clip. I'm gonna press X to split the clip. I'm gonna press X to confirm, and then I'm gonna find the next part where I want to split the clip here. So basically where I want them to view it. So you want to split the clip where you want to cut out the gameplay, and then once you want the gameplay to be back in the video, then we are going to press X at that point to split the clip, and we're going to press X again to confirm the split, and then we have this whole section here. Now let's just delete this part because we don't really want this part, so press square and press X on this here. So now it's going to look like this. So as you can see, there is this guy, and he's gonna come up to me and grab my tail. So I want to zoom in on this guy. So let's go back into the split clip menu, and then we are going to click X whenever we want to zoom in. So this whole clip here, we're gonna have it be zoomed in. And actually this clip is a bit too long because he doesn't come until later in the clip, so I'm going to press L2 to snip the clip here, and then I'm going to go to confirm, and I'm going to press X. So now it will start this part again, and as you can see, it just comes up to me and grabs my tail. So what I want to do is I want to back out the split clip menu, just press circle and then press square, and then let's go to pan and zoom, and then as you can see, we can zoom in and we can pan it around the screen. So I want to zoom it in on this guy that's just about to come up here. So I'm just gonna confirm it there. I'm just gonna confirm it there by pressing X, and then let's watch it to see how it looks. As you can see, he just comes up there and he grabs my tail. So now this is just me trying to chase him down, get my tail back. And I don't actually manage to get the tail here. So I'm just going to cut out this whole bit here. So let's split the clip where we don't want them seeing the gameplay. And then when we want them seeing the gameplay again, then we are going to press X to split the clip again. So here I'm going to use the D-pad to make slight adjustments to the time here, and I'm going to split the clip there, and then we're going to press square and confirm to delete it. Alright, so now that whole bit will be deleted, and I want to zoom in on the timer when it gets to 3 seconds. So I am going to press X whenever it gets to 3 seconds. Let's be a bit more precise here. And then I'm just going to split the clip here. And then right as it gets to 0 seconds, I'm going to zoom out again, so I'm going to press X to split the clip here, and I'm going to confirm it. So now this whole clip here, we're going to zoom into the timer. So there we go, we zoomed into the timer there. So now as you can see, it will be focused on the timer. And then as you can see, I managed to grab this guy's tail, and then he gets it from me again. So now this is just me chasing after him. So I'm just gonna split the clip here, and then I'm gonna confirm it. And basically I want this whole part to just be a sped up clip here, which we can do. So once I get to his tail again, as you can see, I managed to grab his tail here. I'm going to split the clip here, and then I'm going to back out that. I'm going to press square. I'm going to go to time bender, and I'm going to press on 2 times speed, because that's how fast I want it to be. If you do 4 times or 8 times, it won't be too smooth. And I also can't do that because it would be shorter than the minimum length, which is 1 second. So let's click this here. I want to make like a reverse part here, so this is going to be a bit more complicated, but this whole clip, now that we've split this part of the clip where I want it to reverse, now let's go back onto this clip and let's find the part where I fly with the egg. Then let's split the clip, and now we're going to press square. We're going to go to clone clip, and then I'm going to clone it 2 times and on this very middle clip here, I'm going to press square, go to playback, and then I'm going to go to reverse, press square to select it, and then press X to confirm. And then right here I'm going to make it be in slow motion, so I'm going to press square, I'm going to go to time bender, then I'm going to go to half speed here, and then I can make it step. So basically it will step for the existing frames in slow motion, or I could make it smooth, although it will do a lot of other things with the screen here. I'll show you smooth, guys. I'll show you what it looks like on smooth, but I just recommend having it on step because it looks a bit weird like this, so I don't really like it. Now that we've done that, it'll look like this. So as you can see, and then I fly back up in the air, and then it's in slow motion. And now I'm just chucking all the eggs to my team here. And then I'm pretty sure it happens again. Yep, it just happened again there. And now let's cut to the next part of the clip. So I'm going to split the clip here, and then I'm going to find the next funny part in the clip. So I managed to get on top of this thing here. So I'm going to delete this whole section here. So basically it's going to look like this, and then I'm going to get up on top. So I'm going to add a transition here, and I want to make it be, you can make it be like desaturate fade or something like that, or burn fade. The burn fade is pretty cool, but you don't always want to use it. You know, this HSB fade is actually really sick, so I think I'm going to use it. And then as you can see, I managed to get on top of here. And then my fall guy is waving to everyone, telling them to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because we're trying to get to 150 subscribers on my main channel by the end of the year. And hopefully we can get some subscribers on this channel as well. Alright, so I'm gonna split the clip here. I want this to zoom into the fall guy who's waving. So this whole clip here that I've just split here, I'm going to pan and zoom right onto my fall guy. Let's go down a little bit because fall guys are very small. And then there we go. So now so now let's see how it looks. So as you can see, I zoom into my little fall guy there when he's waving. And now I'm going to snap out this whole clip here, because this guy keeps on trying to get me here, and then he actually manages to get me, and then I'm pretty sure he manages to grab my tail. Oh no, the other guy did. Now right here I want to add a punch sound effect, because this guy shoves me right off this here. Now, when the video first started, I showed you guys the import section. Right, so I want to add a punch sound effect. So you're going to have to import that from a USB because ShareFactory Studio doesn't have punch sound effects, although it does have some other sound effects. So yeah, I have a clip where I have a bunch of sound effects here, so I'm just going to use that. Alright guys, so I've got a sound effect added in here, and basically I just added it so it played right as I got hit by this fall guy here, so it sounds like this. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's alright. There is another funny part in my clip here, where basically I go into red space and they try grabbing me because they think I'm going to steal their eggs. And then I just grab their eggs. Then I grab one of them. And then they let me take their eggs. So, thought that was a pretty funny part. Anyway, I'm going to cut out this bit here, because there's a bit where these fall guys start waving at me here. So, as you can see, they wave at me here, and they clap and stuff like that. So I'm going to zoom into them, and if we don't want the scoreboard in the way here, we can just go down a little bit. Although I want to get both of the fall guys in the clip, so I'm just going to put it right there, and then there we go. Okay, so I'm going to split the clip here, and I'm going to delete out this section. So as you can see, this guy grabbed me, even though I was too far away. So he shouldn't have been able to grab me. We won anyway, as you can see. But he shouldn't have been able to grab me. So I'm actually going to add some sound effects for this part here. So I'm going to press square and I'm going to clone this clip twice again. Then I'm going to put a reverse here. And then I'm going to add an overlay. And we can add sound effects. And we have stuff like Abyss Scream, Air Horn, a few moments later, Evil Laugh. We also have this one.
Get you baited.
Okay, that's a bit loud. But we also have It Was At This Moment. We have gun sounds. And here's the free ones I want to use. So let's have a listen to these to see which one we should use. I think this one sounds alright. So now we're gonna edit where this is. Actually, I might have to add in more of these so we can overlay these on top of each other. So we're just gonna add in another one here, and that should fill up the whole clip. Yeah, that doesn't sound too good. Maybe we should try to put it in another position here. So I think we should just put it right here. Let's see how that sounds. Now I don't really like the sound of that too much. Let's try a different rewind sound effect. Okay, it doesn't sound too good, but it will be fine. And then, as you can see, when I get jinxed here, I can add in some overlays. So I'm gonna make it say something like "what," and then I'm gonna add an exclamation mark here, and I can make it bigger and smaller with L1 and R1. I can rotate it left and right with L2 and R2, and then I'm not gonna make it cover up the whole screen, so I'm just gonna put it like right there-ish. There we go, that looks kind of good. And we can also, if we go back into this, we can also change the color. So I can make it be a nice little red color or orange color. We can change the text effects. I really like using some of these effects, like this one and this one. They're pretty cool. I normally use this one. And there's also text animations, so you can have fade in, fly in. We can just have stuff like that, pop in. There's also middle animations, there's a rainbow animation, but with most colors, if you add a color to it that isn't just white, the rainbow animation doesn't normally work, but with certain colors it does work. So I'm happy that this color makes it work. And then we can also add an ending animation. So I'm just going to make it fly letter. Basically, the letters will fly out onto our screen. We can also change the duration of this as well. So it can come in right before I get jinxed or after. And then we jinx these guys here and win the game. So I think that is good enough for my video. So that's just a one we got, and I'll leave this in the video. And then right as the screen turns black, which will be anytime soon now. Yep, and then I'm just gonna make it fade into our outro. So that was kind of boring, all that, because it didn't really have any talking or music or that. So let's add in some music. So let's press X. So press X and go to add music. But basically this has a lot of music, so I'm pretty sure some of the music's in here is also copyright. Yeah, also copyright. I'm gonna make it start after the outro plays, and it just comes in there, it just pops in randomly. So I wanna add in a fade in, so it doesn't just pop straight into the screen. So it doesn't just like stay right there. So it will give it a nice little effect to your video if you just add in a fade into the music. You'll give it a really nice effect. And this music's a bit loud, so let's turn down the volume by pressing square, then go to the clip volume, and then yeah. We can also prioritize it, which basically if we want the clip volume to be over the music volume, then we can turn off this feature. But if we want the music to be over the clip, then turn it on. So there we go. Now you can also mute the clip volume for this here, but I don't really want to do that. So anyway, as you can see, this is our video, and we can also zoom. We can also look at it in full screen if we just back out that and press L2, what we're doing right now. So you can see how it would look. And then, yeah, you're probably wondering, what's this huge clip at the end of your video that you didn't want there? If you have if you guys add in a track 2 or some music that goes over the length of the clip, then it will make this huge placeholder clip. So to remove this, we just need to split the clip here. Now I want the music to stop when the outro plays. So I'm just gonna have a 5-second fade out, and then you know it's gonna be the end of the video. And then the outro will play, and yeah, you can also add like text in that to the outro as well. I have an outro that I normally use in my videos, and if I can find it, I'll show you guys. So here we go, I'll find that. So it's basically just a slowed down version of this music here. It's basically just a slowed down version of the 80 synthwave thing. And it sounds like this here. So it's basically this intro we've got, but just slowed down. That's what it sounds like. So let's add a nice little transition. And then yeah, it'll look pretty nice. And then also on like YouTube Studio or whatever, you'll also be able to add clickable cards here, which I normally do. I normally just go into YouTube Studio, and in the video editor, I just add in the clickable cards, and then basically people can click the channel picture. People can click the channel picture of mine and subscribe from there, and they can subscribe from that. And they can also watch my previous video or just a random video recommended to them. So yeah, that's basically our project.